nung pag-persecute sa akin na inimplement nung kanyang Secretary of Justice, si Vitaliano Aguirre. At meron pang mga ibang handlers na siyang mga kumausap dun sa mga nagtestigo against me. So that is absolutely false. That is a slanderous accusation against me.
Thank you po. Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, meron po ako nabasa na news observer noong 2017. At ito po news article tungkol kay Las Cañas, who claims he was a former DDS leader and personally killed about 200 people. Sinabi niya po sa Senado, the squad was formed under the guise of an anti-crime unit within the Davao Police. He says, given the task of the team was, he says, given the task of eliminating hardened criminals and later political opponents and journalists critical of Duterte's rule. He alleged regularly took direct orders from sa inyo po about who to kill and how to dispose of the bodies. Las Cañas claims those shocking words, throw them in the ocean or in the quarry, bury them, make sure there are no traces of the bodies, were spoken by Duterte at one of the dozens of alleged meetings with the DDS. The police hit squad was paid based on the value of the targets, he says. So, Mr. President, ang tanong ko po, totoo po ba ang sinasabi ni Las Cañas? Gano'n nyo po ba katagal nakakilala ang taong ito?
Storyteller yan, sir. Si Raulo.
Pero matagal nyo na po siyang kilala.
Pero, police, pero later on, maybe because sa karaming pinatay niya, hinabol siya ng mga kalag. What's kalag in
Espiritu.
Ang espiritu ng pinatay niya. Medyo bungog ngayon.
May 3 dekada nga po ba siya na nagsilbi sa inyo? Kasi binabanggit niya dito, in his more than 3 decades of service, admitted that he was blindly loyal to the cause and saw his work as a noble form of public service. Mr. President, for a while, we were risking our lives for the welfare of the majority of the people. I felt that I was serving the country for the greater good. Yun po yung kanyang parang naramdaman nung ipinaglalaban niya yung 200 people na kanyang pinatay dahil naniniwala po siya sa nobility nung kanyang sinasabi po ninyo na this is being done because of public service.
I am now
Yes, sir.
may hero complex yung buang na yan. Sino man maniwala ka na istorya na gano'n?
Meron pa po siya sinasabi, Mr. President. Ito, last na po to, na sinasabi niya. He tells one particular incident. No? Medyo worrisome po ako talaga dito because meron po yung binabagyan against this. That has given him nightmares for years. In 1996, Las Cañas and his team were ordered to kill an alleged criminal, his pregnant wife, and his 4-year-old son, who were all in the same vehicle at the same time. I attempted to rescue the 4-year-old boy, Las Cañas claimed. But according to our team leader, since the boy had seen our faces, he could recognize us in years from now and identify us. It was on the personal order of Duterte, he claims, that they disposed of the family. Mayor Rudy approved the recommendation of our task force commander in front of us to erase, meaning to kill everyone. That was his specific order, that he okay with it, provided it would be clean.
Sir, medyo matastas ito lang ano ko, sir. When I was a fiscal, kukunti lang yung sweldo and I got married. May asawa ako, got pregnant, nanganak ako. So, short yung nagturo ho ako to augment my income sa Police Academy sa Davao City for about almost 7 years while I was a prosecutor. Wala akong tinuro na ganun sa kanila. By the book, at hindi naman ako gabong hipokrito na magsabi sa kanila, ito ang gawin mo, tapos pagdating doon, sabihin ko sa kanila na iba ang gawin. That's a very complex thing to do kung ako ang tinutukoy mo sa pangyayari niya. I cannot imagine myself of teaching criminal law sa police academy doon, pagkatapos iba ang sabihin ko sa kanila sa likod. How?
Mr. President, if I may, no? Sinabi rin po ni Las Cañas dito that kayo raw po yung Lord of all drug lords. Ano pong masasabi niyo po dito?
Ano po?
Kayo daw po ang Lord of all drug lords.
I cannot. Ikaw, alam mo man ako, sir. Papabili siguro ako ng mga aspirin, gano'n, pero
Paki-explain po properly, Mr. President. Hindi po namin masyado maintindihan.
hindi ako dadating ng pagka-presidente, sir, kung gano'n ako.
Sir, can you kindly tone down your voice?
Oh, yes.
We're just
I
trying
was
to...
just
no,
emphasizing
Mr. President,
the
we're just
point
asking na
that
to clarify your
alam ng
statements.
pulis, alam ng lahat ng tao ng Pilipinas, mayor ako, hindi ako dadating ng pagka-presidente kung ganun ako katurpe.
Hindi, sinasabi
That's your
lang po
last
namin, Mr.
question,
President,
Congressman
kung
Fernandez.
kayo po yung Lord of all drug lords na sinasabi po ni Arturo Las Cañas. Yung po ang tinatanong ko. Mr. President, okay. Lastly, Mr. President.
That's your last question.
Yes,
Again,
last na po to.
Congressman Dan Fernandez.
Mr. President, meron po kayo sinabi nung 2016 sa interview nyo po that you have planted evidence during your time as a fiscal. Is this true? Hindi po totoo.
That's garbage, sir.
So yung pong nasabi nyo sa video, hindi po siya totoo.
Alam ng mga pulis yan. Yung planting of evidence. Di talaga ako.
Kasi Mr. President, yung po yung napanood ko at sinabi nyo po kasi. Kaya kami naman po ay, we are basing on the video that we have seen at nakita po namin yung sinasabi nyo na nagpa-plant po kayo ng evidence and we wanted to find out. Kasi yung pronouncement nyo po was construed by the members of the PNP organization that they can do freely the planting of evidence.
That's illegal. And I said I was teaching them criminal law.
Yeah, but the problem, Mr.
Criminal
President, is
evidence.
your announcement or your pronouncement that you have done that, yung sa planting of
Kung
evidence.
hindi yan sa libro, sir, na tinuro ko, hindi totoo yan.
Siguro, ipakita lang po natin yung video. Yung last na po to para at least
Days. We planted evidence. We arrested persons, but we released them. But telling him that it was this person who squealed on him. And then when he goes out but killing, then we said that it was this fellow who really did it, who did you in. We first planted the intrigues so that we would know where they were from, where they came from. It was not until I was the favorite whipping boy.
So, Mr. President, hindi po totoo yung nasa video po. Ano po, Mr. President?
Totoo yan.
So, nagpa-plant po talaga kayo ng
Well,
evidence?
that was a part of the strategy as a mayor and as the leader of the law enforcement agency in the city.
Thank you, Mr. President. At maraming po salamat, Mr. Chairman, and I'll be yielding back my time.
Salamat, Congressman Dan Fernandez.
Mr. Chair,
The next to interpolate
Mr. Chair.
is, what is the pleasure of
in connection, isang tanong lang po in connection kay sa mga katanungan ni Honorable Dan
This is in
Fernandez.
relation to Congressman
Yes.
Dan Fernandez's...
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, please, you have 2 minutes.
Mr. President, magandang hapon po. According po sa inyo, sa mga pangako nyo ng kampanya na tumatakbo po kayong presidente, na lilinisin nyo po yung ating bansa para sa ating mga anak. pangako niyo po yun. Pero Mr. President, sabi po ng mga kapulisan, at according din po sa mga news report, 21 po na mga bata, mga kabataan, mga bata ang namatay as a result of your war and drugs. Ang tanong ko po, Mr. President, is this to you still a collateral damage?
What is your basis what's the basis of your statement?
Mr. President, according po sa mga report po ng kapulisan at saka sa news report, meron pong 21 na mga bata na namatay as a result of war and drugs. Ang katanungan ko po, Mr. President, yung 21 na bata po ba na namatay is resulta po ng collateral damage?
What particular report are you referring to?
Katulad po sila Ron J. Furio, bumibili ng barbecue sa Santa Ana.
Where?
Sa Santa Ana po, Manila, nabaril po ng dalawang riding in tandem targeting local government councilor Roberto Pudal. At meron din po isa rito, si Danny Camille Garcia, targeting her grandfather, Maximo Garcia. Isa rin po sa known na suspect na nagtitinda ng droga, Mr. President.
So what's your question?
Ito rin po bang mga bata na ito na nadamay at namatay dahil sa gera po sa war and drugs, do you consider din po ang mga kabataang ito na collateral damage?
Damay pala, collateral damage. If they were not the intended target, what can we do? Can you control the direction of the bullet when it comes out of the barrel of the gun of the police and it will hit a person, go through the body of that person and hit another person?
Kaya Mr. President,
alam mo, kung may police, I'm now a civilian, kung may police magpatay ng bata, maasahan mo, mismo dyan, babaril.
kaya nga po Mr. President, do you consider them as collateral damage?
Collateral
yes or no?
damage. So, wala tayong magawa.
And do you take responsibility para po ba sa mga ito?
Well,
pangyayari?
of course. If it is the job of the police doing his job, may collateral damage na tama, akin yan. Bakit po? Hindi naman ang bala, hindi naman namimili yan eh.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So, correct.
Thank you.
I ask you full responsibility.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Conghun. The next to interpolate is Congressman Raul Manuel. You have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, tanong po natin sa dating Pangulo Rodrigo Duterte. Gusto po natin i-confirm kung totoo na matapos mag-testify dito sa Quad Committee si retired Colonel or dating Colonel Regina Garma, totoo po ba na tumawag si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa kanya para ipaliwanag kung bakit INC members kagaya ni Colonel Leonardo ang mainam na ilagay sa key roles dun sa war on drugs?
I will not do it. And I will never do it. And I did not do it. Hindi ako mag-explain sa pulis kung ano ang ginawa niya. Ikaw ang managot niyan, hindi ako. Kung may order ako sa pulis, gawain mo yan. At pagka pumutok yan, iyo yan. Huwag mo akong turuin dito kasi trabaho mo yan as a pulis. Hindi kita kailangan. Sabi ko nga, 2 taon ako nagturo sa Police Academy, including criminal procedure and evidence. Hindi lang sophisticated, raw lecture lang. Pero hindi ako nagsabi ng turo ng gano'n stupid. I mean, you should maybe medyo habulin mo ang utak ko, Adre. Hindi ako ang presidente kung hindi ako.
Mr. Chair, linawin ko lang yung tanong. Yung tanong ko po ay kung totoo ba na tinawagan ng dating Pangulo si Colonel Garma matapos mag-testify
Hindi
ni
nga eh.
Colonel Garma dito sa Quad Committee?
Hindi nga. Bakit ko siya tanungin? Sarili niya yung trabaho. Siya ang managot. Why would I call anybody? You are a policeman, policewoman, do your duty. Kung nagkaletse-letse yan, you explain to the judge. And if you are not believed by the court, then you go to jail. That is your duty. That is your destiny.
Mr. Chair, karugtong po niyan, tama po ba na pinaliwanag na kaya napili si Colonel Leonardo para sa isang key role doon sa war on drugs ay dahil mapagkakatiwalaan siya sa pera?
I do not give money to people. Wala nga akong pati hindi ko pagsayangan yung... Alam mo, kung may pera man ako sa city government, I'd rather buy rice for the... Yung police, may sweldo yan. Kung may operation, magsabi sila, bigyan ko. That's the most that I can do. Kasi magsabi, out of the province, out of the city, you would need gasoline. Alam mo ba, baka, what time malaman mo? Alam mo ba na noon ang police walang gasolina? And there are seasons na walang gasolina ang police. Alam mo ba yan?
Mr. Chair,
Muna. At yung mga...
Mr. Chair, I think nabanggit
yung
na po
mga
yan kanina
sakyan-
doon sa sagot sa mga
1 minute
dati nating
suspension.
mga mambabat.
Kinig ka muna
Sandali
kasi...
lang po. Sandali lang po. Suspended po muna tayo.